All right, we're back here at Moment Machine, and we got this 2800 4-barrel manifold wrapping up. So we finally got our spacer in today, the one we were waiting for. And this is the last piece that it takes to get from the WCFB teapot flange up to the 4150, 4160 that we're going to use with either 390 or 465 or something like that. So, anyway, we were going to originally use an Edelbrock piece, but it was just going to be a little too tall, and some of the scalloping that they did underneath wasn't, I would say, advantageous for all the holes we had to seal, because this adapter underneath is a little bit complex to get from the forge shape up to the WCFB. We needed just a nice, very flat adapter to seal all those holes. So the adapter, I think actually this one came from Offenhauser, but it's nice. The only thing is it had some really big burrs, really big boogers around the screw holes. So I just had to spend a little time, a little block sanding. But thought you 2800 guys would appreciate an Offenhauser part. So the way it comes, it's a little bit small, and I actually kind of prefer that because I left one side original, and then you can see the side here that we blended and sanded. It doesn't take very long, but it just lets you really match the spacer up. Or lets you really match from one spacer to the other. So we did a little port matching, and I was going to talk to you guys about that a little bit. Like we talked about in the porting videos, the gasket surface on the iron head's really adequate. It's not small by any means. It's like 1.58 inches stock, and we're getting about 160 CFM to the head. So like we learned in the porting video, 100 CFM through 1 square inch is 240 feet a second. And so when it came to port matching this manifold, all I did was just get it to the gasket size. That's it, because we're not opening up the ports in the head to speak of. Now, one thing I was going to talk to you about is on these end runners, the only porting I really recommend doing, the turn's pretty sharp, but it's well shaped. So, set up your dividers, and anywhere where that it gets tight around the turn, take it off the long wall. Try to not really mess with these turns much, because they're very hard to reshape. You're probably going to put more craters and divots in them than anything. So I would just recommend hand sanding them, with like a 100 grit paper or something. Just get the corners smooth, but I wouldn't recommend trying to reshape them. It's really tough, even with some good tools, and I got some pretty good porting tools. So, when you go to check your widths through here, if you're going to take any material off, take it off of the long wall and just get your width that way. The center runner shaped up really fast. I actually flowed the center runner. I flowed the manifold on the head because I've been working on the center runner, and it flows really well, guys. So flows about the same, about 160 as our bent port, the really long one, but a little less work, just a lot easier to navigate in that port. So anyway, but that's it. That's been our journey on building a 4-barrel manifold for a 2800. And one thing I wanted to go into with you guys was the validity of the modification. Years ago, as a teenager, I read a really good article about a Bill Strott prepared Ford Ranger, and it was back when the Ranger was first introduced and Ford really wanted that truck to sell. And they got together with Bill Strop, and driver was Manny Escara. But they did a lot of work on that engine and tested a lot of parts, did a lot of R&D. And, you know, this manifold, modifying the stock manifold into a 4-barrel was where they ended up. It's where they made the most power. And they tried everything that was available. So, anyway, I know this mod's a little extensive. Is it the right thing for you? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But, you know, I think that's something that, you know, in time you guys will figure out. But, you know, there are other pieces like the Offie out there. If you have one, great. If you're looking for one and just can't find one, yeah, maybe look at doing something like this. I think, you know, what they figured out even 40 years ago is a pretty strong testament to modifying the stock part. So anyway, guys, have a good one. This is pretty close. Oh, and the other thing, you know, one thing that this manifold has going for it is that there is a lot of ability to adjust the plenum volume in here. I'm probably going to end up buying another spacer, and I may even open it up and leave a nice open area above the plenum. But that's something that, because this spacer unbolts, and obviously you have to remove it to even install the manifold. But yeah, you can definitely do a lot of tuning with plenum area in this thing. And so I think that's an advantage that this has, is just the ability to keep the plenum small, enlarge it, open it up, whatever. There's a lot of good power to be made when you get the plenum shape right for your build. So anyway, if you liked the video, hit like, subscribe. Hope this has been fun. Hope it's been educational. So, all right, man, have a good one.